Good evening once again from the Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium in Rourkela. It is day 10 of the Hero Hockey India League, and we're just getting ready for match number 13, which will be the start of the fourth round of matches. And it will see Soorma Hockey Club taking on the Delhi SG Pipers. Soorma currently sitting in fourth spot on the ladder. The Delhi SG Pipers sitting in sixth. But we're going to go pitch side, I think, shortly for the toss of the coin.
Soorma Hockey Club versus the Delhi SG Pipers. The captains are here and the on-field umpires, and we're ready for the toss. All right, Delhi SG Pipers have won the toss.
Yeah, ball. We start the ball.
All right, and they will start the play.
And good to see some of those fans wearing the colours of the Delhi SG Pipers. The umpires make their way out. Yu Xiao Sik from Korea and Anand Dangi from India. And our video umpire tonight is Kun van Bunga from the Netherlands. And here they come. Harmanpreet on his birthday, 29 today. Can he get a victory to celebrate in style? And of course, Shamsha leading out the Delhi SG Pipers. I'm Ashley Morrison, and alongside me in commentary again is former Indian international Sandeep Somesh. And it is now the final ritual of the players just going through and shaking hands, and then they were going to one final huddle, and we can get match 13 underway.
Ten, 9, 8,
7, 6,
5,
4, 3, 2,
1. Let's play.
And it is Harman who tells us to play, and it is the Pipers who get us underway. Corey Ware goes square in the defensive line to Varun Kumar. There again. And this is going to be the test. You heard Graham Reid say in the pre-match that he wants the Pipers to play with more professionalism. That ball looked as if it had been missed, but in the end it's gone all the way through to the forward line. Harmanpreet comes back to Varun Kumar. Good ball to the top of the circle, but it'll be cleaned up at the back. That was good work by Harjit, and came off that time. Good work by Boris Burkhardt. Harjit throws it in the air from the side, and the decision goes against Soorma. Poncelet a little bit disappointed with that. It's held up there that time by Jeremy Hayward, playing in a more wider position than we're used to him. Usually he sits in the middle alongside Harmanpreet, probably wanting to get him forward a bit more to create something. Just taking a tumble. Was he caught? Well, not according to the umpire. Poncelet just falling down. Comes out wide now to Gurjant. I'd like to see a little bit more from Gurjant. Know what he's capable of, and he's been starved of possession a lot of the time. And that free hit goes against Nicola Della Torre.
Not really pushing players up to try and make a steal.
I just wonder, we heard Jeroen Bart saying that he wanted the team to be a little bit tighter at the back, and maybe that's why they're going with the half-court press early. Into the circle though come the Pipers, and that was not far away. Jake Wetton sneaking into the near post.
Yeah, smartly done by Jake Wetton. Just try to slot that home.
They've won a free hit now wide on the right-hand side. Della Torre throws it high, picked up by Harmanpreet and carried out of defence. And then he's still going to keep going. It was a nice little ricochet that came back to him. He's going to lose out now, and there is a chance for Soorma, but look at that defence coming across. Brilliant tackling by the Pipers. Bursting down the left-hand side now is Surab. Comes back. Furlong. And that's thrown to the air, brought down by Wetton, I think it was, on the far side. and the first penalty corner is won by the Pipers.
An aerial ball into the D. Picked up well, I think, by Jake Wetton there. Crossing it across, and a deflected ball onto Harmanpreet's body, and that is the first penalty corner for the SG Pipers.
Furlong is at the first battery. In fact, he goes to the second to flick, and it's a great save by the postman.
Well, saw that all along and just playing it out.
Comes out again. And a ball towards the baseline into the circle. It's a nice turn coming that time by Dilraj, but it's going to be a free out to Soorma. De La Torre feeds it out to the left-hand side. Top of the circle, great opportunity now if they can get the shot away. Soorma trying to create space, good save by Ben Rennie, and they will clear the danger, although it may just go over the side. No, taken into the corner by Manpreet. Picked up in the midfield. Good turn from Domine, feeding it to the advancing Weir. He looked to play it on the outside, nobody was there though. Final seconds now of the first quarter. Strong challenge on the 23-metre line. There goes the hooter. There'll be no chance, although a card has been issued, a green card. And we'll try and find out who that is before the start of the second quarter. But fairly even between both teams in that first 15-minute spell. Although the Pipers probably just having the ascendancy. Look at the stats, 4 circle penetrations to 3 in favour of the Pipers. But as we head into the first break, it is Soorma 0, the Delhi SG Pipers 0. The big question is either side going to take the lead in this second quarter and take a lead into the half-time break? Pipers certainly the dominant team as they get us underway. And again, sitting deep are Soorma.
If the previous games are any indication, Aldi, actually I think all the teams have come into a different game plan in the second half. Just trying to assess each other in the first half, I would say.
Soorma, I believe, should be only 10 players, just checking that they are, as into the circle come Delhi. And a penalty corner has gone Delhi's way. So their second penalty corner of the match.
A pretty soft penalty corner to concede by his standards. Just unable to get his foot out of the way.
I've seen Rohit in the under-21s and he can flick. But they go to dominate. Good sharp flick and a really strong clearance as well by the captain.
Will have to do a lot better than that to beat Vincent Vanash in the goal. Pretty much straight to him. Didn't have to do anything.
Piper's bench looking on anxiously. Corey Weir comes across, just drops the ball back to Furlong. Varun Kumar into the circle it goes, but should be collected by De La Torre. Over the side it goes.
Deflected from top of the circle, but probably the angle a little too difficult.
Ball out wide from Varun, finds Harmanpreet. He cut infield and then a reverse stick pass down the line is a good one. Nice little turn, skips past one, trying to get past the second and into the circle. There's good work being done on the right-hand side. Surab again. He's had a lively first half. Harmanpreet swivels but can't quite get inside the circle. Is this where the Pipers open the scoring? They throw the ball back out. Just watching Jeroen Bart, he wanted to make some changes. He was urging the players that were coming off to get off quickly so that they could get the replacements on. Just laid back that time by Roper. Roper's been kept pretty quiet in this quarter. I think that's mainly though because Soorma have been going down the flanks rather than going through the middle. It's going to be picked up by Yamasaki. Yamasaki weaves past one, goes the reverse stick. Van Asch saves it, and again it is claimed to be a back stick.
He had the option of playing it to the right for his overlapping player, but chose to go with the tomahawk. I think he would have been better positioned if he could find his player on the right. So crucial with the body position in that area. Actually, you need to get your body around the ball to try and find your overlapping player, and if he could do that, that was a try on goal.
Well, Vincent Van Asch was almost very dismissive of that shot, the way he just poured it away. So work on the far side now being done by Nicholas Keenan. He's got inside the circle. Ben Rennie kicks it clear, and over the side it will go.
Yeah, German Preet there just getting beaten, but
Cut out in defence again well by Della Torre. I always feel Harji, to be fair, had a little bit of pressure put on him a little bit too early. Won the Junior World Cup, was then thrust in the senior side, and whether he was ready or not, we'll never know. As the shot comes in again, Van Asch, sharp save by him. He's had 40 caps for the senior side, 6 goals scored.
you're not going to beat Van Asch with a direct hit like that.
Last 30 seconds now, as Poncelet has it pushed off the side of the pitch as he was looking to cut infield. Harmanpreet again steps forward. And it's a short pass and lost that time. It was Roper who was dispossessed, and here come the SG Pipers. Good surging run, but being forced wide, played in towards the penalty spot, and a good clearance over the side. It goes along with the hooter.
That's the end of the second part. Now it's half time. Soorma
Well, not much to choose between these two. Still think the Pipers have had the lion's share of chances. It was a good recovery there to clear the danger as the Pipers look to score right in the final seconds of the first half. Harmanpreet strides off. As we look at the stats, 2 shots to 1 in favour of Soorma, but the circle penetrations predominantly from the Pipers. But as we head into half-time, the score is Soorma Hockey Club 0, Delhi SG Pipers 0. Well, the second half about to get underway. The crowd counting us down, and the ball is played back. But we're going to have to go again. Soorma going just a little bit too early. There was no whistle. They went with the crowd. Well, that shows you how powerful the crowd is and what a difference they can make. The big question is, who is going to draw first blood tonight? Will it be Soorma? SG Pipers have had certainly plenty of opportunities inside Soorma's half. They've done well, though, not to concede a single penalty corner. Coming into today, they'd conceded 15 in their first 3 games. Comes wide to Jake Wetton.
And this time with an aerial ball.
Well, Surab was behind him again. He's the man who, if I thought Soorma were going to score an open play, Surab is my man, because he's made some brilliant runs tonight and he's looked so willing. Good ball forward now. Nice turn, change of direction coming that time from Dilraj. But the free hit, they want a referral. Gareth Furlong.
Yep, I will check it was the foot and it was dangerous or inside outside.
So I think they're saying it's a foot just inside the circle. Ooh, that's from that angle's hard. It's on the back leg. It's a little bit high to me.
And outside the D2, looked a little bit high, probably just above the knee.
Yui?
Yes.
There's no clear reason to change the decision and Delhi lose their referral.
Oh.
So Delhi lose their referral. How important will that be later in the game if they need it? Jarmanpreet comes wide. Rohit helps it down the line to the ever busy Jake Wetton. Jake Wetton skipping past one and then running into the next, but gets a free hit for the Pipers. Wetton goes to the baseline, drilled it forward. Van Asch kicked it clear, but it's still with the Pipers and fired in by Domine. It'll be a long corner this time as Van Asch just palmed it over the baseline. Shamshir throws it wide to the far side, brought down now. Gonna have to recycle it, the defender closing down that space very quickly. This will be a real test for the Pipers. They're a man down, trying to keep possession and keep the attack going. Lovely turn that time from Kai Willett. And also a super pass to Domine. Domine through the legs! Thomas Domine gets his third, but more importantly, he gets the first of the night for the Delhi SG Pipers, and they take the lead.
How good a goal was that? A man down, and Domine comes to the party. He undid Vincent Van Asch with a sidestep and found the back of the net. Going into with one hand on the ball, cutting inside, and with a gentle tap, found the goal. 1-0 to the SG Pipers.
Well, it was great work by Kai Willett, and then Domine still had a lot to do before he latched on to our 48th goal of the Hero Hockey India League. So now Soorma are going to have to come from behind. This will test them. Edge of the circle, turning towards goal. Good little run coming in from Ankit Pal. But over the baseline they want. Harmanpreet, a little bit of urgency from him now as he jogs over halfway. Approaching the final minute of the third quarter. Let me drill one down the middle. Instead, he comes wide. Pradeep tries to run in. Harmanpreet again with a wonderful tackle.
It's a crowded defense that the SG Pipers have set up. It's going to be difficult for you to run through them. So that we have 3 SG Pipers on the screen. So they will have to move the ball around if they want to do make something of this.
Lovely pass to Jake Wetton. Oh, that is a super goal! Jake Wetton firing it in and sliding in front of Vincent Van Asch. The Pipers get a second goal and now are in a really strong position.
What a beauty that was. Jake Wetton running in with the ball, a great cross, well timed, and how's that for a connection? That was probably the only way they were going to beat Van Asch, with one ball deflected across. Perfectly set up, great anticipation, great touch. 2-0 to the Pipers.
And Graham Reid, not surprisingly, looking very happy. Player down and they've scored 2 goals. Now up to 49 goals in the tournament. Well, that was brilliant work. Wetton, the pass to him was a really good one. His ball in was perfect for the man running in and sliding in.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score is Soorma Hockey Club.
I think it was Raj Kumar Pal that got the final touch, but the hoot has gone for the end of the third quarter, and it's been a really good last 5 minutes for the players from the Delhi SG Pipers, managing to get 2 past Vincent Van Asch. 4 shots, 2 goals from 13 circle penetrations. We go into the final break. It's Soorma Hockey Club 0, Delhi SG Pipers 2. The big question now is, can Soorma come back? You would think they'd be a little bit weary in this fourth quarter after having played yesterday. But determination played in, long corner one straight away.
Yeah, probably they will still try and look at the penalty corners with the crowded defense that the SG Pipers are laying out. That could be one option for them. They have got 3 of their goals from penalty corners last evening, so who knows?
And the shot comes in, good save from Ben Rennie. Well, that was a really good shot from the top of the circle. Deflected again off Jarmanpreet, long corner. Back to Hayward again. Jarmanpreet just on the angle at halfway, throws it high and long this time. Oh my word, that has to be a penalty corner.
That's a penalty corner for Soorma Hockey Club.
Yeah, that is a penalty corner, no two ways about it. Aerial ball into the D, the receiver was under it, and the rule is very clear.
Come on, Soorma Hockey Club.
Jarmanpreet again. Good save by Ben Rennie, but it's gone in. Somehow it just squeezed its way through, and Soorma have a lifeline through their captain, the birthday boy, Jarmanpreet.
It all counts. Goal to the birthday boy. Do they have it in them to pull one more back?
Rennie would know Hayward from the Australian camp. It goes to Jarmanpreet centrally, and he's got a second on the night, and he pulls Soorma level.
The angle that we've seen most of the penalty corners being scored to the left of the goalkeeper. Beautifully angled. The postman had absolutely no chance, and look at that for joy.
Throws it forward, Jarmanpreet steals it away, and a shootout I think is definitely on the cards with 5 seconds left. As that ball goes out of play, that is going to decide who gets the bonus point. Well, the game just came to life in the last 2 quarters. Vincent Van Asch had a big game. He'll be annoyed that he was beaten twice. He's annoyed when he's beaten once. Jarmanpreet, though, giving his team a lifeline. He fought back 2 penalty corners from the captain. Take a look. Well, the final score there, Soorma Hockey Club 2, Delhi SG Pipers 2, and we're going to head into a shootout. It looks to me as if Ben Rennie is making his way into the goal, and Van Asch is going wide. So that being the case, it will be Soorma who will go first. So who is going to be first up? It is going to be Sunit Lakra for Soorma. So Ben Rennie, Sunit Lakra, Ben Rennie tapping the crossbar. And again, Hooter goes, Sunit Lakra goes straight down the barrel. Rennie waits, and he's put it way over the crossbar.
Going straight to the goalkeeper, trying to sidestep him, and taken by surprise with the tomahawk, not to be.
So now Jake Wetton will go for the Delhi SG Pipers. Wetton sets off slightly to the right, then goes across to the left-hand side, turns his back on the keeper, and he's missed as well. Van Asch, though, again touching the player. So no goals as yet in the shootout. Soorma to go again. Phil Roper, the man who was inspired by the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney, goes out to the right-hand side, and that's a good touch from Rennie. Forced him away. He's going to have to hurry, and it's not going to go in. So Soorma 0 from 2. Thomas Domine, who's now amongst the top goal scorers in the tournament with 3. Goes again down the middle, going fairly quickly. He's gone round the player. He's lifted it. It's missed as well. Well, he looked as if he'd done everything right. Now it's Vivek Prasad. Can he open the scoring in this shootout? Soorma looking for the bonus point. Vivek goes again straight down the middle. Rennie stands tall. He turns and he gets it. Soorma have the first goal in the shootout from their 3rd attempt.
A little jig, a little dance, getting it to the left and slotting it home.
And the man who's going to try is Aditya Lalage. Lalage goes again fairly quickly into the circle. Oh, that's confidence. Through the legs of Vincent Van Asch.
How simple was that from Lalage?
will go for Soorma, the Argentinian who was raised in Italy. Sets off, turns, and has just managed to stretch Rennie. So 2-1 now in favour of Soorma. So now the pressure goes on the Pipers. Surab, who's had a big game for them, goes forward and he's forced wide. Brilliant save again by Vincent Van Asch. And Rennie, not sure what the finger shaking is all about, but Boris Burkhardt, the Dutchman, faces off against the Australian. Burkhardt taking his time, a little bit slower than some of his teammates. He's pulled him wide, lifts it over the outstretched Ben Rennie, and Soorma get the bonus point.
Yeah, pretty easily done. Flooring Ben Rennie and slotting home.
The only question you can ask is, did he back into the goalkeeper? I don't think he did. I think the goalkeeper stepped forward into him. Well, Van Asch again is in amongst the heroics. Soorma winning the shootout after a 2-2 draw against the Delhi SG Pipers, who were 2-0 up in that match. Sundar Singh front of screen, big smile on his face. Gives a hug to Boris Burkhardt, the hero who scored the winning goal in the shootout. So the game finishing in a 2-2 draw. Soorma picking up the bonus point in the shootout. Well, look at the stats now. 18 circle penetrations and 5 shots from the Pipers to 14 and 6 from Soorma. So Soorma getting more shots away when they got inside the circle. And it was 5 penalty corners to 3. But the final score was 2-2. And then Soorma winning the shootout 3-1 to pick up the bonus point.